Live. Happy Friday, everyone. Let me bring the chat. Where is the chat? I think there's only one chatter in here. Ali, how's it going? Yeah, we're on. It's Friday at 12. We don't typically do this time. If I do Friday streams, it's usually at 1. I'll wait till a few people get in here and then I'll explain why I'm doing a Friday stream. I will be doing my Sunday stream as well. But what is this? Let me just close that. That was from my teleport video that I did yesterday. I all watched yesterday's teleport video and it looks limited to only Android and iOS running Wi-Fi, man. And yes, you are correct. It is right now, but it is going to be on Mac. Black Jedi, thank God it's Friday. Yes. Josh, how's it going? Mark, how's it going? So there's there's only 16 people in here. We'll wait for a little bit. We'll give it a few minutes. Some of you may have seen what's going to be happening on the Sunday stream. But this little thing right here, it's a decent device. If you haven't watched my video, I suggest you watch it. Timothy, how's it going? Yeah, it's actually really nice out today. I was just out in like Markham area meeting one other sub who I sold my UXG Pro. I didn't really need the UXG, so I got rid of it. If I do decide to do future videos on it, I'm gonna have to buy another one. But for now, it was just collecting dust, and I have enough equipment anyway that I don't need. I didn't need that. Let me just close this. Did you not get my email, Mark? I'll send it again. I sent it a couple days ago. Or sorry, not a couple days, like last week. I didn't see anything back. I sent you that with the link of the SFP. But I'll check my emails again and I'll get that sent out to you. Will, good morning, Cody. Have my dad's UDR out for delivery today. So you have a suggestion on a micro SD card that will work best for the extra storage. So I just ended up getting the SanDisk Extreme, and the only reason I got this one is that's all that was available. I'm not really too sure what the best card is for SD camera storage. Let's see. Best SD card for security camera. I was looking on Google. I mean, I don't use a lot of SD cards for security cameras. See, so this is the top one that it says. This is the post that I was looking at the other day. So the best one apparently is the Samsung Pro Endurance. And 128 gig is $34. And you need to be aware that 128 gig is the minimum that you have to put into the UDR. Put that over here. Queen Bee, hello. Richard, happy Friday. Where was I? Let's see. Record number of viewers on Sunday because everybody loves free stuff. I'm sure it will be. What else did I give away? I've given away a Wi-Fi 6 AP before. I think it was the 6 Lite. I don't know if it was record number of people though. I don't think it was. I forget. But this one I've kind of pushed out more and let people know that we're doing it. James, how's it going? Keep the baseball cap. Yeah, we'll go over that. We'll go over that a little bit. I mean, I posted something on Twitter about it. Somebody commented something. I mean, it always happens. It's not the first time. Hi, Robert. I don't know if you're talking to me or if there's a Robert in here. My name's Cody, but how do you feel about the UDR? I think it's a good device. I think it'll be great for home use. Blake, how's it going? Hey, Cody, one question about teleport in the UDM SE. We need to upgrade. Yes, you do. SE to an EA build to make teleport work. So I wouldn't suggest upgrading to that. The reason why you would have seen an SE in my video, I was meaning to do it on the UDR and I picked the wrong console. But right now, you can only do, it's only fully released on the UDR right now. But it should be shortly on the SEs and the Pros. Can't seem to find the email. Okay, I will look after the stream and I will resend it. Funny story, lucked out and ordered 2 G3 instants last week. Came in yesterday, 6 of them. Oh, that's awesome. Waiting on email response. That's crazy. So you got triple of what you were supposed to get. Good. Oh, okay. So they were asking. They were actually asking Robert. I'm a UDR EA user. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I missed that. So they were actually talking to you. I have had this UDR since EA. It was an EA version, but I never had it plugged in. Do you know the difference between the UBB and the UBB XG? I do not, because the XG is in early access. Definitely saving up for the UDR to replace my hobbled together network. The UDR isn't bad price. If you've seen it when it was in EA, jumped up a bit, but it had to. There was no way that they could price it at that point and make money off of it. Hey Cody, how are you? I am doing great. What you say about the performance of the UDR, is it better than the UDM? Well, I don't use a UDM based model. The only difference really is the CPU, but with the UDR, you get all of the controllers. So I think it's good. Interesting that, let's just see. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I recognize that. I missed his chat at the beginning. Interesting that both the UDR and the UDM SE added PoE. Seems like there were enough customers to ask for it. I think so, and it was a smart move. Like with the UDR, this is great for a small house that you just want like one camera on and a doorbell or something like that. Three computers on a home Unifi network. When downloading long files, 20 minutes to one computer, others could not access the internet. Need to change settings in the computer or Unifi to share. What's your internet speeds? So as Robert says, yes, the UDR, if you've seen in my video, it was running up high even without anything turned on. Let's put it this way. I paid more for the Netgear Orbi Wi-Fi 5 setup, and that was on a clearance sale. Yeah, they are. It depends what you get. The Netgear Orbi, I don't think I tried the Netgear Orbi yet. Is that not a mesh system, I thought? Hey Cody, great content. I asked you this on Facebook if it was worth while upgrading from the UDM to the UDR. Come to think of it, it is really an upgrade considering the processor is relatively worse. So it is worse. The processor's worse, but you have the PoE ports, you have the Protect controller, you have access, you have talk, but you could only use 2 of them at a time. So if you need more than that, you want to upgrade to the UDM Pro or the UDM SE. $200 for the UDR is a steal at what it does. Home users, clients, this will be my go-to provided they can stock it. So it seems like they've had quite a bit of stock, even though it's sold out right now, I think. So they initially released, I think it was 430 of them, and it did come in stock yesterday. There was maybe another 50 or something like that came into stock. So I would just keep watching the Ubiquiti store. Restore UDM to UDR configuration. I would do a video on that, but I don't have a UDM, I don't think. I sold my UDM a while ago. How is it possible to connect a home telephone to the UDR? I'm not too sure because I haven't done that, but you could, if you're just using like an analog phone, you could probably do an ATA converter, which, yeah, they don't have out yet, but you could find some. Reborn says, hi Cody, hello from the UK, awesome. Do you have any videos or suggestions about moving current network on a Unifi Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus to the UDM Pro or SE, or is it just a restore backup? It is a restore backup. I don't have a video on it though. I just totally rebuilt my network. So that's what I paid for it too, 80 USD. But I did just buy 2 more. So I have 2 more on the way, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We got 48 people here and 11 likes. If you guys want to smash that like button, that'd be awesome. My cat is going nuts, I could hear. It is mesh, but honestly, it's a horrible UI for consumer stuff. It still sings the praises of TP-Link Deco. So I have TP-Link. I did a video on TP-Link Deco Wi-Fi 6. It was okay. I mean, I think I still have it in my basement. Orbeez are the worst. When I did residential upgrades, I would rip those out. Yep. Let's see. UPS just dropped off your UDR. Awesome. I've unboxed it and plan to move Unifi config from software controller to the UDR this weekend. Add any tips? I don't know if you could do a migration to it, but I would you could do a backup restore. But if you buy an MVR, you don't need to run it on the Dream Machine. That's correct. Or the Dream Router, yes. Yeah, so you don't need to have Protect on. You could just use it as network. 400 of them went to scalpers. That is not true because I got 2 of them. So at least we know 2 of them didn't go to that. Okay, now we have a few people here. On Sunday, on Sunday, I'm doing a giveaway for a UDR. And this goes for anybody in the world. I'm not limiting it to Canada and the USA. If you win and you're in a far off land that's well away from Canada, I will still ship it to you and pay for the shipping. So how the giveaway is going to work, you need to be in chat. It's just going to be a keyword that I say to type into chat at this specific time. If you want to enter the giveaway, that is, you just put the keyword in, then we'll do a random draw. I'm only giving away 1 of them, so don't get upset if you don't win. I wish I could give everybody all the gear. If I had 100 people in here, I wish I could give you 100 UDRs, but I can't. One, I can't physically get that much, and that would be a lot of money. It's coming out of my own pocket. I have the Dream Machine and bought the CloudKey Gen 2 Plus, or Gen 2. Thought I would just adopt it on the Dream Machine and then have the app available under one. No. So if you have a Dream Machine, it already has a CloudKey built into it. You don't need the CloudKey Gen 2. Teleport meant to be a stopgap solution for not providing WireGuard. So Teleport is WireGuard. Teleport's backend is WireGuard, and they are going to be releasing WireGuard fully to the Dream Machines or to the Unifi stack eventually. When do you think the firmware for the UDM supports Teleport VPN is coming out? I have no idea. Hopefully soon. Cody, are you hearing any talk on how long before stock delays change? I will buy this UDR for home once they come back in stock. I have had 6 cameras on order for over a year. I have no idea. No clue. They don't tell us that. But I've been looking at stock recently, and they are pushing out like mad. It depends where you live. But, okay, well, the US is a bad example right now. Everything's sold out. But I live in Canada, and they just came out with the SE. So if you're looking to pick that up, there you go. And they came out with the mini rack. Actually, before we do this, the one thing that Ubiquiti has done for some creators right now is given us affiliate links. So if the best way to support our channels or my channel would be to use my affiliate link. It doesn't give any discounts. It just supports the creator. And let me put that in chat. So these are my affiliate links for the Ooh, that doesn't look good. That's not. We'll just do the US one. I'll do it separately. That's US. That's Canada. And this is for Europe. So it supports the channel, and it's appreciated. But as for stock, I have no idea, but they have been pushing it a lot. All right, I am falling behind on chat now. Let's see where we are. There we go. Will you do a video installing this? No, I will not. I think Craft Computing has one, not directly about the UDM Pro though. I've tried a USG Pro to UDR. It wasn't very pretty. Decided to restart. So a lot of your networks probably aren't going to be super complex, I wouldn't assume. So restarting may not be the worst thing. Recently, I was checked out the temperature of the UDM SE console that I have, and I saw that it was running about 45 Celsius. Is that good? That seems okay. Yep. Check my speeds report 1.7 download and yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Oh, you just got the UNVR Pro. Oh, nice. Mocha is just hungry. She's always hungry. Let's see. Graham asked, would you consider replacing a base UDM with the UDR if you need like 2 cameras? If you need those PoE ports, they only have 2 PoE ports. If you need Unifi Talk or Unifi Access at a very limited scale, then I would. If not, I mean, if you only want to run the network controller, just stick with the UDM. I'll get to that super chat in a second. I'm trying not to miss anybody here. For high security needs, would you be going pfSense, Meraki, FortiGate, SonicWall? I would be doing pfSense. I don't use any of those other brands. I got one and I am not a scalper. Okay. Yeah, it really just depends on, I'm sure people are trying to resell the stuff. It's supply and demand. It always happens. Do you know how I can make the UDM Pro negotiate at 10 gig on the WAN with a 1.5 down? Since it doesn't negotiate at 2.5, only 1 gig, I don't get my full speed. So you would have to use the SFP port and get a copper SFP that supports 1, 2.5, 5, and 10 gig. If I win, can I get 1 hour consultation? And said, yes, you certainly can. Thank you for doing a giveaway. Super nice of you. Thank you for coming into the chat and supporting my videos. I appreciate it. Heck, even Linus doesn't give away at big scale. You're running a business after all. I mean, I do like giving stuff away. It's there are certain terms with YouTube, so I need to read through that before giving away Sunday. Yes, it is limited. We could look at the calculator. For some reason, the calculator shows 4 cameras, but I don't think that's correct. Do you hear anything about converging the classic and the new interfaces in the controller? I didn't, but I would assume that it's going to come eventually. I still prefer the classic controller. Hey Cody, I'm looking forward to your next video in the pfSense series. I'm having firewall rule issues with LAN to VLAN that I hope you cover. I already do have a video based on basic firewall rules, but so I block traffic from VLAN to my LAN, but I can't block my devices from my. Okay, so yeah, we will do a video covering firewall rules. Nope, the UDR, to confirm, the UDR does not have controller software like the UDM Pro. No, the UDR has your network, protect, access, and talk. It has all the controllers. Albert, thank you for the $4.99. I really appreciate it. Okay, I think we're all caught up. Besides these ones, just give me a sec here. Pull something up. There we go. To clarify, installing on the UDM itself, itself, not on a separate device. No, I won't be doing that. Nope. Cameron, no problem. I do like giving stuff away. So I ended up getting 2 UDRs. So now I'll have a total of 3. I don't know if they're Ubiquiti sending me one. My contacts said they were. If they do end up sending me one, I'll end up giving a second one away. Why does my Wi-Fi only go at 100? Thanks, all Unifi equipment. It depends on your setup. And Wi-Fi, if you have a gigabit incoming from your ISP, you're never going to get those speeds. It's going to be tweaking your access points. Yeah, it's going to be tweaking your access points, and it could be your client device as well. The classic controller is your go-to. Yeah, I think the classic controller is nice. I do like the new the port insight that it's done. I think that they did a really great job on that. Let's see. Cody, how about a video on using wireless access points by both 5 and 6 series and UBBs with the VLAN. So I did a video on the Unifi building-to-building bridge. It was just in this office though, because I had nowhere to install it. I'm not going to go through that right now. But I do have videos on, you know, different access points for sure. Hey Cody, I've watched your firewall video and it's, oops, I gotta pause this. Seeing my reflection. And it's great. One issue I'm having is allowing Apple AirPlay Chromecast for tenants LAN to IoT. Do you have MDNS turned on? It should be, I think it is turned on by default now though. Is there an SSID transceiver for GPON connector that will negotiate at 2.5? I'm not too sure because I haven't used it. Maybe somebody in this chat knows. I think the 3D printed R2-D2 stand for the UDM is absolutely cool. So do I. So I did have a 3D printer. I got rid of that 3D printer. UDM R2-D2. Let's pull that up. Yeah, it does look like this looks really cool. Actually, I'm just going to take a screenshot of it. They even put the stickers on it, which is awesome. So that is what they're talking about. So when I did get my 3D printer, I didn't level the base properly and I just gave up. I said, whatever, and I gave it away. But yeah, this thing looks really cool. Now you would, with the UDR, you'd have that little display right here. I guess you could always cover it up if you wanted. The display doesn't really do a lot, to be honest. It shows your throughput and it shows if you have a firmware update. How do you feel about the US W24 PoE? The only downside to it is the lack of SSID plus. Thoughts? I think it's a great switch for the price. You get 16 PoE ports. The one thing that you need to be careful of is the wattage. So a lot of people will buy this switch thinking that they could add like, you know, 16 U6 LRs to it, but you're only at 95 watt total power supply. So you need to watch out for that. Besides that, I think it's a great switch. We install these all the time. Which radius do you use with Ubiquiti? I would use radius within Ubiquiti. Albert, how's it going? Philip, how's it going? Mark says, what do you think about the early, I don't know if I could really talk about it. What do I think about it? I think it's cool, and I can't really talk about it because it's EA, but I guess I could say I have one on the way, maybe. The only thing I use the display on the UDR is if I lose internet connection, everything else is too small to read. Yeah, it's such a tiny display. I haven't used the UDR long enough, but what I have used it seems like it's a good device. I think my parents will like it. They've been bugging me for security cameras. Actually, if you've been around the channel long enough, you've seen their place when I used to live with them. That's when I started out in my bedroom. So right now they just have a Lorax Wi-Fi camera on their house, but I'm gonna bring a UDR to the house in 2 cameras. Because I don't think we could do 2 G4 Pros later. Right, so if we're on the UDR, which I don't know how. Because you can't turn off the, yeah, so it shows here that you could have 4 HD cameras. But that's a lie, because I only had 2 dome cameras and it already said that I reached my limit. And if you want 4K cameras, you only could have 1. And then if we do threat management and VPNs, you're in trouble. But if you don't have any cameras, I mean, with talk, I don't think I went over this, but 25 phones is pretty substantial. And then access, you could have 50 doors. When I used USG, Wake on LAN worked great. Since switching to the UDM Pro, Wake on LAN has never worked. Unifi support says WOL is not supported. How can this be? I'm not too sure. Why is UDR not available in Canada? I'm not sure. So I end up using a freight forwarder to get everything into Canada. Virgil, how's it going? Nice to see you. See, this is on the, yes, I did see that. Ubiquiti is committed to not raising MSRPs, which is great. However, starting May 2nd, 2022, we will be suspending free shipping for online store orders. I'm not too sure if that's for Canada though, because it's always been free shipping. And when I go to the Canadian store, it doesn't say that. Oh, you know what? It's not going to show me again because it's probably cash. Let's see. Canadian store doesn't say it. I don't know. Maybe they're going to end up charging us Canadians some shipping fees. Let's see here. Okay. I do have MDMS on, but blocking RFC to RFC seems to be blocked. Chromecast, is there a way to allow those? There probably is. I'd have to look into it more. I don't use Chromecast. And I think there's a lot. I think there might be who did a video on it? Somebody did a video on it. I forget who it was. Or they did a video on AirPlay. I think it was Inside Wire. Check this person out and see if I think they might have a video on it. Do you think maybe the metric is the G3, G4 instance? I don't think so. I doubt that. I doubt that. Yeah. I don't think I have, yeah, I doubt that would be, because it's HD camera and 4K. Who knows though? But for the price point of, what was it, $199? I mean, it's really not that bad for what you get. And it's a nice looking device too. Like this fits into your, well, it depends. If you have a bunch of cables coming out the back, it might look a little ugly. But you could pretty much have this in your living room and, you know, it'd look fine. Luck, thank you very much. I appreciate the words. Yeah, I've released a lot this week. How many videos did I released too many videos this week. Typically I do 2, but I don't know. Things have just happened. In EU, we're paying shipping under a certain amount. Okay, gotcha. I don't think we were ever paying in Canada. I'm not 100% positive on that though. I have a site-to-site VPN, OpenVPN set up between a UDM Pro and a UDM. It worked fine on initial setup, but had to change the UDM Pro. Now VPN doesn't work. Can you help? I would have to see the config, and that is probably something I'd have to consult on. You can hire me through my website. Oop. This is my website if you need more help, or you could look through, I don't know. Look, the Ubiquiti forums are actually really good for troubleshooting. I need to get rid of this button too. A lot of people will always send me messages through here, and a lot of the times I'm too busy to answer. If I do ever reply though, it's me. Like I'm the only person who works for Mac Telecom Networks. I don't have any employees. Okay, so yeah, so Sunday we're gonna do a giveaway of the UDR, So make sure you're on the live stream. The live stream is gonna start at 11 a.m. Eastern. The giveaway will probably be at 11:30. I'm assuming that a lot of people will be coming just for that. So the Sunday live stream is not gonna be that long. That's why I'm doing a live stream today. So we'll probably do the giveaway and then just end it. What else do I have to, what was the Unifi Teleport? So Teleport was pretty cool, very easy to set up. I don't have too much more to say about that. I got this camera. How do I go in full screen? I just ordered this off of Amazon. I've never used Amcrest before. So that's an Amcrest 8 megapixel smart PoE. This one has AI, whatever that means. I would assume that's smart person and vehicle detection. I was looking at some of their NVRs too, and it seems like they do facial recognition. Not too sure if that could tie into Synology, but we're going to try. I watched your UDR intro video. It was good, but when you talked about the protect and access, you discussed limitations. You talked about how you could only run 2 on the UDR. Does the UDM have the same restrictions? So the UDM, if you're just talking about the base UDM, you can't, the only thing you could run on the base UDM is network. That's the only thing. They don't have any other controllers. If you're talking about the UDM Pro, there would be restrictions, but it would be a lot higher than the UDR. So now all I do is just go to the calculate.ui.com, and then I figure out the size of my deployment from there, and it will tell me. Is Unifi's gateway set up at the point where it could well be used in place of the pfSense? So there are things that it is missing. Yeah, there's a few things that it's still missing, but for my clients, most of the clients that I deal with are small business. So for them, they don't need anything that that powerful. I do install pfSense all the time. I just created or quoted on job this morning. I'm not Louis. I'll just say Louis or Louis. Hello from Belgium. Hello, how are you? Belgium, I'd like to go there. My UDM Pro was displaying failed to boot last night. To boot, I said that really Canadian. That was a good time. Physically rebooting it resolved at least. Yeah, I've seen that before. Tom managed to get into those. So that is the only reason I did buy it. I saw, well, one, I did a live stream with Tom, and I've been following Tom for years. And when we were talking on the live stream together, he was saying that he had Amcrest cameras. I didn't ask him which models he had. I'm not too sure if he ended up buying this one, but this is going to be for the next video, kind of in this series. So we already did the pfSense with Unifi. Now we need to do Synology surveillance station. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but we're going to be talking about how to secure it as well, because we're not going to want our Hikvision camera talking out to the internet at all. So we'll put in some firewall rules within the pfSense and within Synology. Jonas, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. That is a lot of money Canadian. I will end up buying coffee with that. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see, where are we? I might order some more of those. So I could have two cameras on my surveillance station free without buying licenses. Actually, I have two Synologies. I probably don't need that many cameras though around my house. I already have a ton of Ubiquiti. I use mostly Reolink RLC 520s and the 810A. I think I'll have to look that up. I have one 4K Reolink. They work great, and I have them all on a hosted on a Unifi Switch 16 to a QNAP NAS running the QVR. I've never used QNAP, and just recent things in the news, I probably won't. But I would assume the QVR Pro is the same as their surveillance station. You can run I didn't know you could run UID on the base model. Had no idea. That must be new. Yeah, I had no clue. So I don't have a base model. I sold it to one of my customers a while ago. Is there a way info available somewhere to compare the 5 gigahertz range between the U6 Pro and the Nano HD? They do. I think they have some stuff on their website, on the Ubiquiti website. SFP plus Ubiquiti is much better than third party with the Ubiquiti fiber. You just need to make sure if you're using a third party adapter that it is compatible. The beacon HD would be better if instead of blocking the entire outlet to have outlet pass through, don't you think? Yes, I do. Because if you use a beacon, it does cover both your ports. Have you seen the Teleport VPN on the UDM Pro? It's there, but you need to upgrade your UDM Pro to an EA version, which I don't suggest. Let's see. Hi, Cody. How is the Wi-Fi on the Dream router? So that is one thing I didn't test in my video, and I'm surprised nobody brought that up. And it seemed fine. I was getting it down in my basement. So I just created Cody's Wi-Fi or whatever it initially did for me in the video, and it covered my whole house. So I would think it is, yeah, close to the LR. Mind you, I didn't do a ton of performance testing, and I only had my iPhone on it. How many Wi-Fi networks do you recommend maximum for the U6LR? Well, I will tell you right now what you could only do for the U6LR, and I believe it's 8. If you have wireless uplinking on, though, you can only do 4. Let's control B SSID. Yep, so you could have 8 per radio. Right there. That's the maximum. Which I probably wouldn't do that many anyway, but if you need 8 SSIDs, there you go. I think I am preferring the U6 Pros over the U6 LRs right now. And they're cheaper. Show that. There you go. Let's see. I hope to get my hands on a UDR to experiment more with VLANs. Currently have a firewall downstream of my main router, double NAT. Would it make sense to create a second VLAN for my downstream router? I would probably only have one router, to be honest with you. Do you have a video where you go into considerations, philosophies, and how to plan firewall rules for a corporate network? I don't. Really, my videos have just been block inter VLAN routing, put some accept rules for things like printers or your NASs, and block out the gateways. It's kind of hard to do firewall videos because everybody's situation is going to be different. I want to use the in-wall HD in new home construction. Do I need one per bedroom? Well, Ubiquiti has a great tool. Actually, I probably should pull this up over here. Design. I did a video on it, actually. Yeah. So you should check out this, design.ui.com. If you have somewhat of a floor plan, you could put it in and it will really help you out. I could show this one. So this was what I did for the video. This is nobody's floor plan. I grabbed it off Google. What you could do, you could draw on the walls, you could draw on the windows, the interior walls. You'd say what material it's built out of, and then you could choose your coverage. So that for this specific house, 2.4, we could see the coverage, the 5 gigahertz, and then if we wanted, we could see our camera coverage, and you can move it, you know. So the Design Center really helps with planning. I think it's great. Why do you prefer the Pro? I found that the for my house and for the places that I have put it in, the performance was pretty much the same. It has a smaller profile and it's cheaper. Have you tried the LTE Pro yet? I have not. So the LTE stuff, are you talking about the, yeah, so that's not available in Canada. So I haven't been able to use that. Can you still put Unifi Network on a PC as a controller? I assume you can't put the Pro. So you can do the Unifi Network. You can't do Protect, no. So if you go to firmware, Unifi firmware, you could still download the, yeah, so the Protect software, you can't download that. That's proprietary. I think before when they had Unifi Video, you're able to put it on your own hardware. They've since gotten rid of that. Thank you for the £2, I believe it is. I really appreciate it. Unified traffic management rules don't work. Well, I will be doing another video about that. That will probably be one of my next videos, so watch out for it. My granddaughter likes to pull in the beacon HDs off the wall. Yeah, I could see that. The lights are nice. I do like that. Might just be me, but unified traffic management rules don't work. Added a domain to block for all and it doesn't block. Any thoughts? I don't have any thoughts just because I haven't really tested it yet. But when I do the video, I will definitely have thoughts and I'll tell you if there's something wrong with it. Why the network map sometimes not show the real connections? Beats me. Bugs maybe? I'm not too sure. And if you have any unmanaged switches in your environment, that's where it will mess it up as well. In Design Center, how do you change the outer wall material? I see only brick wall. Let's just see. Do I have it up still? Here it is. So, whoops. Forget where you go. I am really zoomed in. Holy moly. Where was it again? That ceiling height. I think it's here. Okay. So right here's your building material where this hammer is. And then we have the outer, inner, or divider. So this is the wall. So this is brick, concrete, or heavy material. Inner is light partitions. And then this is sheer glass and whatnot. So you could do it like we could pick an outer wall. And then we could just draw on here, right? Or you could do it by room. So if you have a bunch of rooms. Oops. We'll choose outer, right? So it's a lot easier. Instead of drawing all 4 walls, you just do it, like that. Let's see. Hey, sorry, just let me move my face. Just joined the stream. Do you have any insight on when Unifi products are back in sight? I don't. We don't get that information, but it has been coming out quite often. I keep seeing stock come into inventory all the time. It does depend on the part of the world you're in as well. I'm deploying a Grandstream Wi-Fi setup and Hikvision cameras set up for a 25,000 square foot home. If that's true, that's a massive house. I can't use Unifi because of the severe shortage of U6 in India, but use Design Center for the entire planning super tool. Yeah, so you could still use it for that. I mean, the heat maps are going to be a little off because you're using different access points, but it still will give you some sort of idea. Did you show that the UDM Pro can now use SFP plus WAN port as a LAN? I didn't show that, but you can. I think I tweeted that out. So yeah, you can, yeah. Yes, smash the like button. That would be great. I think, yeah, 64 people here, 34 likes. Yeah, and I forgot to actually mention that in, I forgot what I was doing, but you can make it a LAN port, and I'm going to test that. I haven't tested it yet. Will you be able to do a review on the Enterprise 6E AP when it's out? Yes, I can, but I need to have a device that's capable of testing the 6E. I may or may not already have one or two. Okay, so it's a massive house. I thought that maybe you were talking about like a 2,500 square foot. That is the house of dreams. Like, I don't even know what I would do in a house like that. My cats would love it. What else do I have? Oh, I got this. I don't know if... Let's take a look at this. So, oh, my face is really red. TP-Link sent me an in-wall Wi-Fi 6, another wall AP. I know through the vote of a lot of people, they didn't really care to see TP-Link, but I think we'll still keep them in. There's only so much of the other vendors that we could do. So this is going to be a lot like the Unifi in-wall and one less port. So it's Wi-Fi 6E wall AP with 3 ports on the bottom. And they do have a PoE out. So I'm going to have to set up my Amada setup again with the router and my switches and whatnot. I also will have to do an Ingenious 2.5 gig switch video shortly. Yeah, my bad. I saw it on a tweet, but I tried to change it on my UDM Pro because the extra 10 gig LAN, it's so nice. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't tested it yet. I have the SE and I will. I'll probably see if I'm not too sure if we could do lag or not, like a lag group between it. Not 100% sure. Let's see. I don't even know. Yeah, so if you have any more questions, ask, because I'm running out of things to say. Oh, I still have this. I forgot about this access point. Where is that? Oh, it's over there. So I have a Grandstream Wi-Fi access point that we'll test out. This job was fun. If you didn't see the full video, a lot of people actually were asking. Oh, I don't show it here, but on the backboard, I put the backboard just below the hole where all the cables come out. Maybe we will see it. Yeah, right there. People were saying, why didn't you cut a hole in the backboard and place it up? Which probably would have been a good idea. I didn't even think about it at the time, and I didn't have any hole saws with me. Why don't you like QNAP? It's not that I don't like QNAP. It's I never used it, and they've had a lot of things in the news recently with security issues. Does your fiance ever get annoyed with the Wi-Fi changing all the time? She does when she's working and I change it and I'm doing a video, because that will cut her off work. I do have 2 separate ISP connections coming in though. So when I do, when I'm doing some videos and I know I'm going to be taking things down, I'll usually create a separate network for her when she's working. So I bought a house that was originally built in 1896 and has plaster walls. Would you recommend access point Wi-Fi 6 Pro on the ceiling, which will be harder to run, or the mesh? It really depends. Like if you can get, I mean, the mesh would be fine as well, but my preference would be to have one on the ceiling. That's just me. Any reason to get the UDM Pro SE if you already have a UDM Pro already? If you need that 2.5 gig WAN interface, the RJ45, if you want that 128 SSD and the 8 PoE ports, that's the only reasons. If you already have a PoE switch, you don't really need to. Let's see. I'm a QNAP guy. I could say mostly very good things about them. I know their switches look okay. I don't think I would go. I like Synology. That's what I use. Do you run and terminate your own Ethernet cable for your company, or do you have someone licensed in low voltage? So yeah, we don't need to have those type of licensing for low voltage. I do all the cabling stuff myself. It depends on the state you live in. Some states you don't require it. I've been running network cable for 20 years now, since I was 14. I will be doing, Queen Bee will like this, I will be doing a poll. Actually, it can't be a poll, but I'll be putting pictures on YouTube under the community for shirt designs. So if you do see it, pick which one you like the best and we will be posting it. It's pretty well all my cats. I don't think I have the pictures. I don't have the pictures up, so I won't be able to show them here, but make sure you vote. Let's see. With the Amada, I've noticed a couple installs where the controller goes unresponsive and APs disconnect. Thoughts? The ISP doesn't do a dual stacking for my IPv4. I don't actually have any Amada out in the field, so I don't know. I've only tested it here. The UDM Pro did fix the PPPoE. I'm using PPPoE and I get my full throughput. Is it a good idea to buy smart power redundant power system to protect my UDM Pro, or is it fine? So the RPS, all that is a redundant power supply. So it's not an actual surge protector. Which is... Where the heck is it? Is it under... Did I miss it? I missed it. So all this does, if your main power supply in, say, your UDM Pro dies, this picks up the power for it. It's just a secondary power supply. You would want to get a UPS. A UPS or like a StarTech PDU or something like that. Yeah, so the forums aren't back up, Albert. Yeah, I got to figure that out. I need to go through my YouTube videos because I said go to my forums, but there's no forums there. Yeah. Not right now anyway. I'm still figuring out if I want to do that or not. My Discord works pretty well, but it just doesn't archive things great. Would you consider TP-Link Armada as an alternative just for Wi-Fi if you took it at the cost and features into account? I think their Wi-Fi is pretty good, and I ran it here for quite a while, and it worked fine. I didn't have actually any issues with it. I've run two different 100-meter cables. One of them gives me 70 meg, and the other gives me 10. Well, that's weird. Do you have a greater than 1 gigabit internet connection? If so, how did you set it up? I don't. I only have two 1 gig lines coming in. That's it. I think in my area though, Bell Internet is offering 3 gig for residential clients. I have a business account, but I might switch over to the residential to get the 3 gigs. How do you handle if the UDM Pro main power dies, for example? Are they easy to repair if out of warranty? I've never had those issues. I've never had it die. I don't know if you can even swap it out. You probably can't. You'd have to send it in to them for an RMA if it is still under warranty. Or you just buy another one. I mean, they're not... Obviously, you don't want to spend money when you don't need to. A lot of the times, I have replaced some or stuff. I've done RMAs with Ubiquiti even after the warranty was out, and they honored it. Phil, how's it going? Hey Cody, happy to be here and make it to live stream. Thanks for everything you do and the community. Well, I appreciate it. I hope you got a Wi-Fi 6 mesh AP. I believe you were asking about it a while ago when I first did my video. And I think they're out in Canada. Yeah, they are. See, if you're in Canada, we have the long range and we have the lights available. What else do we got? What else came new? So the rack is new. I actually broke my rack, the caster on it, and it's totally my fault. It has nothing to do with the design, but I broke one of the casters. Oh, they have a new patch cable. Maybe I'll do a review video on just a patch cable. I do like these cables because they have the bendable boot on them. Actually, I'm not too sure if they will for the outdoor cable. Let's see, where are we? Free shipping is going away. I don't know what's better, free shipping or they push up the MSRP. I don't know what would be cheaper. I recently upgraded to 1 gigabit internet connection. I have the UDM Pro, and I only get one down. And I would check the cable, see if you're having cable issues. You should be getting, I mean, you're never going to get your full gig or whatever your ISP offers you. You never will. Unless you pay for that, like an SLA. Going back to Unifi products back in stock, is there a good time of the day checking? I check all day. Ubiquiti is very, they'll just release things whenever they want. And I'm not too sure where they're out of. Bill, thank you very much for the $2.79. That will buy me a coffee. I probably won't have any more today. I think this is my third, and I probably should slow down, but I appreciate it. You got the mesh and you love it. I don't know if I still have one. I don't know what I did with it. I forgot. Let's see. Oh, they do. They have some bi-directional single mode optical here. Interesting. They do have a couple other point to multi-point things that just came out. So they have this thingy here, and then they have the L2U Instant, which I think looks cool. I just don't know if I want to spend $500. So it's a client, and it's for existing Lightbeam models. Let's see. Cool. I'd like to do more point to multi-point videos. It's just getting clients that want me to do it. Take it easy on the coffee. I probably should. I've had pre-workout too, and whoops. I'm gonna probably wind this down in about 5 minutes, so ask your questions. I've been going almost an hour. I'm gonna play some Witcher 3 and eat some food because I haven't eaten today. So that's what, but we are gonna do that giveaway. We are doing that giveaway on Sunday. I'm waiting for the U6 Enterprise AP, and then I'll grab a small Enterprise switch. The Enterprise switches are great. They are a little, I don't know, pricey maybe? Do we have those in Canada yet? I don't think we do. Oh, we do. We do. So for an 8-port Enterprise switch, it's $600. I haven't looked at the competitors though to see what price point they're selling, 2.5 gig switches at. I have both of these. I have the Flex XG, and what I'm doing my PF Sense video with is this one right here. It's a nice looking switch though. It does get a little bit warm though, so be careful on that. They announced they will stop the free shipping in the EU store. They did that too for the US. I didn't see anything on Canada though. Time to sign off and do work. Well, have a good day and get some work done. US store is we never had, I don't think we always had free shipping, mind you. Like we never had a limit of buying $100 worth to get free shipping. So I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't come here, but if it does, I just gotta deal with it. But I am gonna end this stream. Thank everybody for coming out. Make sure to be on the stream on Sunday if you want a chance to win the UDR. And if you are buying Ubiquiti equipment, please use my affiliate link. I do appreciate it. That one's for US. This one's for Canada. And the last one is for Europe. You can also find those links under most of my videos, my new videos. Yeah, it's no discount, but it does help the creator out. I'll answer this one last question and then we're going to sign off. Okay, cameras, really worth the G4 Pro, or do you think I'm good with something else? I would probably go with the G4 Bullet. I like the G4 Bullets. That's what we sell. The Pros are great, but they are about double the cost. All right, everybody. See you on Sunday. Have a